What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley. You can find me on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28, and that's the one, the only. It is Scott Savage. You can find him on Twitter at Savage. Scott, what's happening, buddy?
I'm trying to think of what do I want to play next. I made a bunch of purchases the other day, and I'm trying to put some games down currently, and that's not so easy.
No.
I might have to see Xenoblade all the way through.
Oh, dude. What do you got lined up?
Oh, there's Immortals Phoenix Rising is one that I just barely dipped a toe. But I want to go all the way back to Watch Dogs Legion and Cyberpunk, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Well, I want to close the door on that one and just put it in the past. Although I was having a good time with it. Can't lie about that.
So I'll give it to you, right? I'm pretty sure they've really been able to turn that game around a lot. It's not exactly the game when it first launched, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So a lot of improvements over there from CD Projekt Red to really bring that game up to a new standard, or at least the standard we all hold them at from a company's standpoint, right? So it's nice to see them be able to fix that. It did take an awful long time, which just kind of goes to show you that it really wasn't ready for launch, which comes up in today's conversation a little bit, Scott. But let's get into it. Yeah. People can join us live every day, Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern over on twitch.tv/the official ITG, as well as YouTube at ITG. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later, InsideTheGame.ca, podcast services, and TV streaming networks around the globe. Coming up on today's show, UK regulators concerned about Microsoft-Activision merger. Halo fans might finally see a much requested feature in the game this November, and Respawn's next Star Wars title will use Unreal Engine 5. Dude, that's going to be a pretty game.
Yeah. I'm so looking forward to that one being a shooter and from Respawn. Oh.
Yeah, a first-person shooters. Oh, yeah, we'll get there. We got a lot to talk about first, so let's get going. As Ollie Welsh over at Polygon fills us in, as UK regulators concerned by Microsoft-Activision merger, the Competition and Markets Authority recommends a deeper investigation of the deal. Scott, hang tight. This is a long one. The UK's competition regulator, the Competition and Markets Authority, has decided that Microsoft's $70 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard may harm competition in the video games market, and that it merits deeper investigation. Concluding its Phase 1 investigation, the CMA clearly outlined its concerns that the deal could harm competition, not just in the market for console games, but for the younger market for cloud gaming and subscription services that Microsoft has taken an early lead in. I'm going to pause right there, Scott.
Is that an issue for one company to be a little more successful than the rest? I don't view that as strange.
Here's the thing. Let's talk about Game Pass real quick, because I just want to bring up Jim Ryan's stance on Game Pass, and who says clearly that is not in their business model because they don't see how it works, right? Now I'm paraphrasing, but he feels that it will not work the same way for PlayStation. So then where's that problem really lie, Scott? Is it really, like, I don't see the issue for that. But let's get back into the articles, because there's a lot more to go. The CMA will move to a more penetrating Phase 2 investigation unless Microsoft and Activision Blizzard provide an undertaking within the next week, proving that there's no risk to competition in the UK. I wonder if it's just the UK is the issue. The CMA highlighted a realistic prospect of the substantial lessening of competition in gaming consoles, multi-game subscription services, and the cloud gaming services. The regulator looked at the potential impact of the merger on the competition between Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Dude, Nintendo's not even in the same realm right now when it comes to the console industry as Sony and Microsoft.
And those all seem separate again to Activision Blizzard. I'm not sure why that. I'm not sure how they compete. It's not like Microsoft and Activision Blizzard compete directly.
Yeah, well, again, still a lot to go. It highlighted the risk to Sony in particular of Microsoft owning, quote, some of the world's best-selling and most recognizable franchises, including Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and Candy Crush, end quote.
And that immediately I think of, did anybody step in to save Sega?
Well, like, dude, this is just... this one, honestly, it really gets under my skin. This particular stance out of the UK coming over, they're worried about a monopolization happening within the gaming industry. Dude, how many companies recently has Sony just purchased?
Yeah.
So I get
And
this.
I'm not certain that there should be regulation on any of that. I don't know what that has to do. Like, why is the government overwatching this ginormous entertainment industry?
Because they want their hands in it. But the CMA
Beyond
also,
a rating board. Rating board makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. But the CMA also noted that the gaming industry is a quote traditional phase, end quote, that the advent of cloud gaming and subscription service like Xbox Game Pass, these, it believes, offers a quote window of opportunity for new entrants, end quote, that doesn't exist in the console space. It stresses that the strength of the quote gaming ecosystem, end quote, Microsoft already has consoles, a subscription service, a cloud gaming service, its own cloud platform, Azure, and a ubiquitous PC operating system known as Windows, as well as 24 game development studios, which recently just caught up to where Sony's at. Just pointing out, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's still the amount of studios that PlayStation owns, but where's the issue here now with Xbox? Because they just bought one of the biggest franchises of all time, who then is still staying on multiple platforms. Phil Spencer himself came out and said that it's not coming over. Like, they're not going to gateway the Call of Duty franchise just to Xbox. They're going to keep it multi-platform.
Now they will undoubtedly load that onto Game Pass eventually.
Absolutely.
But that adds just is having a competitive edge the problem here? Isn't there exclusivity deal? Like, I can't get Ghost of Tsushima on Xbox. Does that mean I need to appeal to the government? That seems completely strange to me.
This is definitely a baffling one in my eyes as well, Scott. The CMA's concern is as much about the leveraging the huge Activision Blizzard catalog of popular game franchises against this ecosystem will do to the future of gaming landscape, as well as what it might mean for Sony to be denied a new Call of Duty game. Dude, this is just business. At the end of the day,
Xbox has denied every Spider-Man game.
God of War game, Horizon game, like the list goes on and on. The amount of exclusives owned over at PlayStation that doesn't make any sense on this stance whatsoever, that Xbox isn't allowed to actually have exclusives themselves. Because if you want to talk about exclusives right now on Xbox, we're kind of waiting on some of them to show up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what is exclusive on Xbox? Not very much. If anything at all. Anything new in the lineup isn't coming this year. Everything got delayed. We're still waiting on Fable. Like, we're still waiting on Starfield, which just went exclusive, by the way, right? That's because they bought Bethesda, which then gives them the right to make it exclusive. If they wanted to, they could have put it on PlayStation. They didn't. Where's one of the biggest games around right now, Scott? Minecraft. It is literally on every platform around the globe. I don't get it, man.
In the UK, can you have Netflix?
No, it's exclusive to the rest of the world. I'm definitely baffled.
You can't put coins in the back of the TV to monitor it. You know, I'm starting to believe this is maybe a UK thing. I don't get it. I don't know how this is really going to work out. And it makes me a little nervous for the full leverage of them actually acquiring Activision Blizzard, which in my eyes is probably the best thing, so that way we can get Bobby Kotick the heck out of the company. I think that's where everybody's kind of looking for it, right? Can they actually block the sale? Being one country blocking the sale, I don't think that would really make sense. So does that mean Xbox just has to pay penalties, has to pay tariffs? It's what a strange and oddly political situation.
Absolutely, very strange. Microsoft gaming boss Phil Spencer argued that bringing games like Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Diablo to Game Pass, and by opening up, quote, new distribution opportunities outside of mobile app stores, end quote, on mobile via the cloud, Microsoft was increasing choice, Scott, for both players and game developers. He also restated Microsoft's principal commitment to keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation, noting that Microsoft supported multi-format publishing for Minecraft after its acquisition of Mojang, which is the producers or the developers behind Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
A little baffled, Scott.
There's already example of this working out to everybody's favor anyways.
Exactly, right?
And I don't think there was anything blocked about the Bethesda deal, because you'd mentioned
Nothing.
that, and that went through just fine.
Nothing, but it wasn't $70 billion either.
That's true.
So I wonder if it really comes down to money and some PlayStation fanboys over in the UK.
Well, and if they take 1% of that price tag and spend it on investigation, that's still $700 million of investigating happening.
Right? Like how? Well, that's the other side of it too. How much money they're spending on this investigation right now?
Yeah.
Right? Like, really? Is it really worth it in the end? When Microsoft, I think, really has the best interest for all gamers and companies moving forward with what's going on here and the potential behind it. Obviously, we do not know the behind the scenes actual conversations going on, but from the outside looking in, everything seems like it's just going to be operational as normal, Scott.
Yeah.
So
the sign on the front door changes slightly, but that's about all I can see the difference being.
Exactly. But I don't know what's not operations as normal, Scott, is Halo Infinite campaign. Let's get into this one. As Marcus...
Unfortunately, it might be normal now.
No,
this might be the new norm.
This is not what we want to hear. This is over at Marcus from Game Informer. Halo Infinite campaign, co-op, Forge beta, and more arrive in November. That's exciting to finally hear something about this. Halo Infinite's long-awaited campaign co-op will finally arrive on November 8th. As part of the game's big winter update, 343 Industries released a video running down what it calls its largest content update yet, breaking down the Forge beta, new multiplayer maps, and more. Scott, we got a little bit here to get into, so let's get going. Campaign co-op, the biggest addition to the update, finally goes live following the beta period in July. Campaign co-op, which supports up to 4 players, features cross-platform support, shared progression, mission replay, and a batch of new achievements. Oh, there you go, Scott.
Okay. Oh, that sounds like what should have been in the box.
That's the biggest gripe of contention right now, I think, with all of us from the community, is why wasn't it there to start with? Here's something, though, to take note, Scott. There will not be any couch co-op.
Yeah, they've decided to completely cancel that part, which is strange to me because I don't understand the technical side of it and why that's perhaps more difficult than network co-op.
So, here's the thing. Let's go way back, Scott. Remember there's a little game we used to play. It was called 007 GoldenEye. And it had 4-player split screen.
The original 4-player split screen.
Right? So yeah, obviously nowadays I'm just poking fun at 343 at this one.
Actually, I go back even further than that. Rise of the Triad.
Oh, there you go. That's going back in time. Dude, it is possible. I just think they really need to cater to where they put their resources right now. And I don't think a local couch co-op split screen is really in their forefront of where they want to make sure everything's running smoothly. A lot of us now meet with our friends online. Like, that's the biggest goal, is to be able to meet up online. You, me, Nate, Kyle, whoever else, right? We can meet up, the 4 of us, and play Halo Infinite together. And it's not in a multiplayer situation where
what
it's
you
PvP.
need, though. What you need, though, is the issue with Halo 5 is that I need to have my own copy of Halo 5 and my own Xbox to play with you, even though we may be roommates. That seems kind of strange.
Wow. Game Pass, dude. There's Game Pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of us
I was going to say,
Pass,
if you don't have an Xbox by now, that's your bad. But then I remember my own situation with a PlayStation.
What goes around comes around. It's a full circle. Forge beta as well, despite launching in beta. 343 says Forge will be a fully featured creation suite. In fact, the 2 new multiplayer maps coming in the winter update were created entirely in Forge. Scott, does that excite you?
Actually, it does, because I think the people have a lot to be desired out of the maps.
Yeah.
So I think very quickly we'll see a lot of things pop up, like Blood Gulch, for example. A lot of the older maps that don't exist, I think we'll see our own player created versions of that coming out, and I just want to play that. I don't really mind who makes it.
Well, I think that's what I think. Here's the other side of it too, because they're releasing Forge mode. I think 343 is relying on the community to bring back some of the old maps so that they don't have to.
It would save them an incredible amount of time,
resources, money, right? Dude, if they would have launched Forge,
that'll free them up to be able to sell more cat ears.
well, if they would have launched Forge at the initial time of the multiplayer, we'd be in a whole different landscape, I think, where we are versus where we are now, right? Let's get into multiplayer as well. In terms of multiplayer, the winter update introduces a 30-tier battle, a free 30-tier battle pass, along with the new Match XP beta. Match XP will be the new primary method for progressing through the battle pass, rewarding players simply for playing, regardless of modes, and takes into account your victories and performance. Since it's in beta, 343 will tweak how Match XP is doled out based on player feedback. Dude, I think that's one of the biggest features too, is now that we have such an internet industry where we can just instantly get feedback, whether it's negative, just be polite when you tell them what's going on, even what you don't like or would like to see improved, right? There's a way to approach the developers. At the end of the day, they're people too, and I think a lot of people forget that. So
you can combine being constructive and angry, and it's generally more effective in both endeavors.
Absolutely. So Scott, are you excited for the future of Halo, or are you a little nervous like me?
I'm very nervous because I feel like I've heard all this before from 343 already. Yeah, we were supposed to get co-op. First it was the beginning of August. Oh no, it's the end of August. Oh well, now it's November, and I have to see it to believe it now.
No, for sure. 343 also teased Season 3, dubbed Echoes Within. It's launching on March 7th. So you'll be getting all kinds of new stuff there. Armor, Forge creations, new maps, 2 new maps, 1 arena, 1 for a BTB, new VIP and escalation modes. So there's a bunch of stuff
in the new works. Bandit rifle is supposed to change things up quite a lot. People are getting really mad about that from what they've seen online. I'm not certain I understand that. It's supposed to be a lot like the DMR, which is in previous Halos. So I'm not quite certain I see the issue here.
Well, we'll see, Scott. But what I don't see an issue with is what Respawn's up to, because they're moving Star Wars first-person shooter over to the Unreal Engine 5. Dude, this is going to be exciting. We don't have any footage on that, so just be mindful of that. We do have footage on Survivor, though. Star Wars Fallen Survivor. It looks awesome as well. This is over at David from PSU. Respawn has more Star Wars games than just the upcoming sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, but Star Wars Jedi Survivor is also working on a new FPS game within the Star Wars universe. There's 3 Star Wars titles we know of currently in the works. Dude, Respawn, busy studio right now.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like I'm not getting Titanfall 3 ever. But
no, I'm afraid not, man. You can keep praying. Yo, apparently we might be actually getting remakes of Metal Gear, so you never quite know. But
don't say never.
That's right. But regarding the new FPS title, we don't know much. But we did just learn is being developed on Unreal Engine 5. This was confirmed on Twitter when lead combat AI designer at Respawn, Melissa, responded to a user who said they, quote, wondered what engine, end quote, Respawn would be using. Well, Melissa was kind enough to reply and confirm that the new FPS project is being made on Unreal Engine 5. We've all seen the tech demo of Unreal Engine 5. That thing is insane what it's pulling off. Oh man. Like, if you can pull off the latest in ray tracing, have the prettiest TVs, that kind of thing, you're going to be in for one heck of a game. Even if you don't have that, Scott, it's still going to be an amazing game.
Yeah, well, it's asking the age-old question, can it get better than this? And at this point, we may actually be at the edge. People have been saying that for 20 years, but come on now.
Right? It's just funny when you go way back to PlayStation 1 and even Xbox One and the Duke controller. Shout out to the Duke controller. And then we were all amazed back then. And then everything keeps going forward with technology and just keeps getting more and more realistic. Sometimes we do appreciate where that is. Sometimes we don't. But when we keep moving things and innovating and stuff, dude, it just looks more and more real. Like when you see that.
I was just reminded, there's a guy that was streaming the UFC fight. And he pretended like he was playing the game UFC in order to skirt the rules and stream it. Yeah. And the thing was that not even bots or people could discern if it is gameplay or not. It's that realistic looking. It wasn't even picked up.
Nuts, right? It's nuts how much detail is now added into the games we were playing. And it's cool to see it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Do we have a few more minutes left before we get to what's out today? So I do want to get on to the next one because a favorite studio of mine, IO Interactive's upcoming 007 game, may not be ready until 2025.
Oh,
dang, man.
Yeah, that's a little farther out than I was hoping for.
I'm afraid so. Yeah, this is over at PSU again with David. When the news broke that IO Interactive, the studio responsible for some of the best stealth games in the genre, beginning with the most recent reboot of Hitman, we would be taking on a James Bond project. It sounded like putting peanut butter and chocolate together. Well, there you go. Yeah,
I agree, actually.
Dude, I didn't read the article yet, so I'm caught a little off guard by that one. But hey, I'm with you. It just fits right. I'm still laughing. I can't help it. Where that's still, of course, the case, it seems like we're going to be waiting quite some time before we see anything about this title. Unfortunately, spotted by a user on Twitter, IO Interactive's recent financial report points to a cautious view of the future, one that expects revenue to decline due to long production phases ahead. The report read. It specifically expects its fiscal year of 2024 and 2025 to show these decreases, which would indicate that the release of IO's Project 007 won't be ready until 2025. Dude, they are keeping Hitman 3 alive. There's a bunch of monthly updates they do. There is a brand new one out now for the month of September. So definitely keeping an eye on that. We recently just had a new map as well released, which opens up a lot of other opportunities for special eliminations, I'll call them. It's a ton of fun. Dude, I love the Hitman franchise. It goes back so long now at this point. The fact that it's still going to this day just makes me happy and excited.
Oh, absolutely. I want to play Blood Money all over again because it's one of those games where even 10 years later, it still hits just as well.
So a little bit of a unique one was Absolution, and I absolutely loved it.
I like that one, yeah.
A lot of people didn't, and I was looking at my trophy list. Dude, I'm this close from a platinum. I'm like, do I go back? And I'm thinking, do I still have my PS3? Actually, I think I still do. Dude, I might have my PS3 still. Well... yeah, maybe. I don't. We're just so busy, man. There's so many other games to play.
I'm thinking of this 007, and it's funny that you mentioned 007 at the opening here, because do you think this one coming out in 2025 will have couch co-op or couch multiplayer?
Dude, can you imagine IO brings a 4-player split screen couch co-op experience like it was back with GoldenEye 007 on 64 way back in the day?
There's no co-op, but that would make the difference.
What a move that would make, though. Seriously, like the opportunities to bring that kind of situation back, to have couch co-op or even just online co-op with that'd be co-op.
I want them to do
shooter.
I want them to do the Perfect Dark thing where I work against you. It's a competitive single player game.
Deathloop did the same thing.
That's
a new game.
That's sort of the whole thing about Deathloop, isn't it?
Hey, you just die and do it again, and then die and then do it again, and then you get some bozo jumping into your world when you're trying to get your mission done, and then you die from the 2. Yeah, it was what a unique game. Brings Dishonored 3. Take that, Arcane.
Yes, please, Dishonored 3.
Please just help us, Scott. We do have a couple games out today, though, buddy. What do we have?
We have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R.
So weird.
And that is on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, XS, Switch, and PC.
Yep.
Another fighting game, Lego Brawls. That's on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, XS, Switch, and PC as well. Made in Abyss, Binary Star Falling into Darkness. That's quite a title. PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. And last but not least, The Last of Us Part 1, Mark 3. That's where I got confused here.
Yeah, that's right.
The remaster is on PlayStation 5 as of today.
That's right. Make sure you go check out a review at InsideTheGame.ca or our YouTube channel at ITG. But Scott, that's going to wrap up today's show, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. As always, this has been Inside the Game. ITG Daily, actually, the show that brings you everything from inside the game and, of course, your hottest news, where you can join us live over on Twitch, YouTube, and, of course, TV streaming networks around the globe. But until next week, it is a long weekend here, so make sure you enjoy your weekend. I'm Drew, that's Scott, and we'll see you inside the game.